When a lot of us think of foods that keep our body healthy, we might focus on heart health, body weight, or even our nails and hair. While it's certainly true that we want to keep these in mind before we chow down, a lot of us don't think about the effect of our diet when it comes to our brain. Unlike the Tin Man from The Wizard of Oz, you wouldn't get too far without a brain. Of course, we know that it controls a large portion of our body systems, but don't forget that's where you do your best thinking too. But as time goes on, that thinking becomes a little slower, and our head walnut doesn't work as well as it used to. Some people say it comes down to age and genetics, but science is showing that what we put into our mouths will eventually play a role in what we have in our head. In today's video, we'll be going over 7 foods that have been scientifically proven to improve either brain function in the short term or possibly prevent diseases of the brain later in life. Even if you have people in your family who have suffered from diseases such as Alzheimer's or Parkinson's, don't think that your sentence has been signed and delivered. By being proactive now, you can prevent, or at least mitigate, effects that you would otherwise have seen in later years. Sometimes we'll be talking about a specific food, and sometimes we'll be talking about a group of foods. But the more you try to incorporate these into your regular diet, the more benefits you'll see now and possibly issues you can avoid in the future. If you want to keep your brain healthy for years to come, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications. With that said, let's get to the list. Number 7. Broccoli. That's right, every kid's favorite. Well, that may not be true, but the effects in the brain are. But let's be honest here. Broccoli is probably on the top of just about every list when it comes to healthy foods. This tree-looking vegetable is absolutely packed with nutrients that can help all parts of the body. But the part we're going to mention here is with its glucosinolates, which when broken down, play a powerful role in the reduction of oxidative stress and lowers the risk of neurodegenerative diseases. If you don't like broccoli itself, most other cruciferous vegetables can still be of use. These include cauliflower, cabbage, or another kid favorite, Brussels sprouts. Number 6. Coffee. That cup of joe might be able to help you think longer than you might think. While many people use coffee as a way to concentrate their thoughts, it appears that the effects of coffee can be much longer term than that. In fact, a 2016 French study showed a strong correlation between long-term coffee consumption and the reduction of cognitive decline, Alzheimer's disease, Parkinson's disease, and even strokes. Just be sure you don't suffer from high blood pressure or other heart conditions before you down a whole pot. Number 5. Monounsaturated fats. These aren't a food so much as a component. While larger amounts of saturated fats in the diet have been directly connected to spikes in the risk of Alzheimer's disease, monounsaturated fats have the opposite effect. You can typically find these types of fats in large amounts in foods such as avocados and olive oil. The reason why monounsaturated fats help the brain in the long term is actually from helping out your heart. Higher blood pressure in the capillaries of your brain is linked to lower cognitive ability. Monounsaturated fats have a strong effect on lowering blood pressure and therefore indirectly play a role in brain function. Number 4. Chocolate. As the second bean on our list, chocolate might surprise you with the way it can benefit your brain. One point that comes up again and again when talking about the brain is how susceptible it is to oxidation. Much like with broccoli, the antioxidants in chocolate, especially dark chocolate, is what makes it such a star. There's even evidence that chocolate can play a role in increasing your brain's plasticity, meaning that it becomes easier for you to learn new information and abilities. Another study showed that chocolate was able to reverse memory problems. While it's true that that study was only done in snails and not on humans, we're always looking for another excuse to eat chocolate. So if it's good enough for a snail, it's good enough for us. Number 3. Berries. When we think of brilliantly colored foods, you might think of a bright red strawberry, a deep black currant, or even an azure blueberry. It turns out that berries have these colors for a reason. They represent strong antioxidants inside. Once again, we have a group of foods with a massive effect on the oxidative stress on the brain. The amount and strength of the individual antioxidants depend on the type of fruit, with blueberries appearing to lead the pack in commonly available berries. A 2014 review showed that not only do most common berries have beneficial antioxidant properties on the brain, but that they're also beneficial against inflammation of the brain tissue. Pie, anyone? Number 2. Nuts. Now you have a new reason to go nuts for nuts. One of the single most important nutrients for protecting your brain is vitamin E. Of course, you can take a vitamin E pill, but it turns out that there are multiple forms that work together. Nuts, including almonds, walnuts, and cashews, have significant amounts of these vitamins that are easily absorbed. A large number of studies have been done on the connection between nut consumption and brain health. confirming that those who consumed nuts on a regular basis had better focus and memory, as well as less loss of cognitive ability as they age. Number 1. Fish oil. Fish don't seem that smart, so why does their oil help out our brains so much? Fatty, cold water fish like salmon, sardines, and mackerel contain massive amounts of omega-3 fatty acids. A large portion of your brain is made of these fatty acids, and not having adequate amounts in your diet has been linked to higher risks of Alzheimer's, as well as psychological disorders such as depression. If anything on this list could be called brain food, this would be it. Since eating these fish on a regular basis might be difficult for either taste or practical reasons, fish oil supplements are available at any pharmacy or health food store. Try looking for supplements that use fish liver oil from Alaskan pollock or cod, since these seem to be the most eco-friendly options. Just like with any other organ in the body, we want to make sure that we take care of our brains well before we do any irreversible damage. Thankfully, not only are a lot of the foods on this list very common and easy to find, but they're actually quite delicious and have health benefits to other parts of the body besides just the brain. If you want to see more videos about taking care of your body, be sure to check us out every Wednesday and Friday when we upload new videos. Have an idea for a topic you'd like us to cover? Be sure to let us know in the comments. Until next time, this has been your friends at Verloda, wishing you good health.